Good morning, children. Welcome to the physics class. Now, in the last class, you learnt about that sound is a form of energy and it is produced by a vibrating body. I had shown you a tuning fork and it was struck on a rubber pad and the sound was created. It created feeble sound. So sound is produced by a vibrating body, or every vibrating body is a source of sound. Then you remember you had learnt about an audible range of frequency. Audible range of frequency, and that audible range was 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Meaning of this is below 20 hertz we cannot hear sound, and above 20,000 hertz we cannot hear sound. Audible means which we can hear. This was an audible range of frequency. Now today we study further. We study about different types of musical instruments. We are going to study about different types of musical instruments. Now number one, string instrument. The example of the stringed instruments are guitar, sitar, violin, sarod, etc. Now, in such type of an instrument, musical instrument, there are strings of a certain metal and of certain thickness. When you strike these strings or you plug the strings, the sound is created. Now, frequency of the sound. Frequency of the sound in these instruments depend on the length, thickness, tension. So frequency of the sound in this stringed instrument depends upon the length, thickness and the tension of the string. Second comes your wind instruments. Wind instruments are, some examples are shehnai, flute, clarinet, etc. These instruments, they are in the form of hollow pipes. Flute also, flute I have written here, these are the ones. They are in the form of hollow pipes, and when you blow air, the air inside these pipes, they start vibrating and the sound is created. So these are wind instruments because air is blown and that air vibrates inside these hollow pipes. As a result, the sound is created. Next is your percussion instruments. Percussion instruments are those in which you have a stretched membrane, and when you strike the membrane, the sound is created, like tabla, bongo, congo, drum. They come under percussion instruments. It has got a stretched membrane. This is a stretched membrane, and when you strike on this with a hammer, the vibrations are created, and as a result the sound is created. Larger the stretched membrane, louder will be the sound. More the surface area vibrating, louder will be the sound. Smaller surface area vibrating, soft is the sound. And then comes your fourth type, those are reed instruments. Reed instruments are your example mouth organ, harmonium, piano, etc. In these you have metal reeds. When you blow air, the air vibrates, and as a result the sound is created. So right now we studied about different types of musical instruments. First one, stringed instrument. Examples are guitar, sitar, violin, sarod. And what do we pluck in this or we strike? We have strings of different thickness. When you strike them or pluck them, then the sound is created. And the frequency of the sound in these instruments, they depend on the length of the vibrating string, thickness of the vibrating string, and tension. How tightly these strings are pegged at the ends. Second type of instrument was musical instrument, wind instrument. They are in the form of hollow pipes, and when you blow air inside the pipe, the air starts vibrating, that air column, and as a result sound is created. Next is percussion instrument. Examples are tabla, bongo, congo, drum. You strike it with a hammer on the drum. These are stretched membranes. They start vibrating. As a result, sound is created. And then lastly, we have reed instruments like mouth organ, harmonium, piano. They have reeds. When you blow air into it, they start vibrating and the sound is created.